Have you ever walked across campus and thought, why am I paying so much money for it to look like this? Well, it's because our tuition money doesn't actually go towards fixing the things that accommodate all of us. So students' tuition money should be used for making the things that are around us better for all students. We all feel this way because we're all average students at campus. So with that being said, the things that we've noticed are the sidewalks that need fixing, or walkways, and then the buildings, and then the dorms.
With all that being said, have you ever just been walking around campus and suddenly your feet fall from beneath you and your toes slam into the front of your shoe? And the embarrassment starts to hit you really hard. This is because the walkways are so broken up, it causes us to trip. When we walk along the pavement on campus, we see so many potential threats to the students, along with the less than attractive visuals. In an article written by Maria Kurosawa in Colleges that was published in the online journal Science Direct, it stated subpar sidewalk conditions can be aggravated by adverse weather conditions, shocks, poor maintenance or cleaning, installation of inappropriate urban furniture or equipment, substandard execution, low quality materials, and other deteriorating factors. Emergency operations are the promptest solution to restore evenness conditions, as evidenced by the largest number of patches. As a result, sidewalks are not safe nor comfortable, or at least at all attractive. As students, we understand things that affect the way our sidewalks look around campus, but considering how much money we pay to attend, we would like them to be better for walking around. All the cracks, missing bricks, and sidewalks sticking up does not make us feel like our safety matters. We even can pay attention to where we're walking and we can still trip. No one wants to deal with that anymore.
Not only do we have to worry about our physical well-being, but also the academic environment that we are in every single day. As you can see, these buildings are gross and old, they need renovating, and it adds to a level of distraction or even mental stress when we're going to class or even doing our homework. An example of this is the temperature. In the article written by researchers Lisa Holliday and colleagues that was published in 2018 in the Journal of Civil Engineering and Architecture, it states, in the state of Oklahoma, wide fluctuations in outside temperatures between and within seasons require the use of functional and efficient HVAC systems. However, the age of the school building and the air conditioning units within the building may not be able to effectively support the desired temperature range. In addition, most of the schools have limited airflow, which degrade interior conditions and air quality. With how old some of these schools are, it's difficult to provide a good environment, and it creates a poor environment for students to learn. How are we supposed to focus in our studies and when we are constantly either sweating or freezing? Like, how's that even possible? Well, we're going into the buildings that have very bad lighting and of course visual, and it makes it hard for us to focus. Like in classrooms of very dim lighted, it's very easy to get off track or not pay attention to your classes.
The dorms that are provided for students often aren't up for standards. Dorm mold has been a major problem in college dorms, and it can create health problems that are long-term for students who are just trying to further their education.
Author Hannah June published an article written in 2019 in the New York Times talking about the real account of someone who experienced dorm mold that said, sometimes the effects on students can be long-term. Not long after Sarah Melton moved into her University of Oklahoma dorm last fall, she came down with a rash, headaches, and cold symptoms. She was having mood swings. By November, she had withdrawn from university and got tested positive for mold poisoning. She has since then transferred to a school in Texas, her home state. She said she was optimistic about the future, but she remains worried about lasting effects from the problems she had while at Oklahoma. Since we know this is a common issue, why does it happen so often? The health of the student should be the university's top priority for us. Rather than spending money on all these extra things, mold poisoning can lead to so many negative things with the body, not only physically but mentally. We as students need to worry about our housing and how it can cause us harm. It is our home when we are away from home. So MTSU should start fixing the dorms and worrying about their students' health.
Focusing on the well-being of all students should be MTSU's top priority. The main things we are currently needing to be fixed are the buildings, the sidewalks, and the dorms. All students on this university use these things, so they should be fixed. One way we can push this through is by signing petitions. Most people don't think that they help, but according to researcher Brian G., who wrote an article in 2022, published a study on Breaks magazine. Furthermore, as college students, petitions at the university level are often more successful than their national counterparts. Because colleges rely on students' tuition for operating expenses, online petitions directed towards university admissions rarely fall on deaf ears. With that being said, we should all voice our opinions through our online petition and call this problem to action. If we all get together and demand these things be fixed, our money will finally be being put to what we need fixing.